Well, hey guys, I hope your week is going well. I'm just here with Totes. I'm drinking Bustelo Espresso as an Americano. I haven't had Bustelo in a while. I've been drinking that Lavazza. And then I've added a teaspoon of the Four Sigmatics Adaptogen blend that really brings up the flavor. It's got ginger in it, which you wouldn't think would be good in coffee, but it really just kind of gives it almost a bite to the coffee. I'm watching too much Chopped. All right. But in today's video, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, I'm going to review Aquation. You guys have asked me to review that brand several times. If you're not familiar, Aquation is a brand that's made in the USA, actually in good old Dallas, along with Elta MD, and I think Jack Black is also made in Dallas as well. But anyways, Aquation is a very affordable line of no-nonsense skincare products that you can buy in Walmart. I'm not sure where else you can buy them, honestly. I don't know if, I'm sure they're in other stores, but I've only ever seen them in Walmart. And they speak to the tenets that I am a fan of, being simplicity, fragrance-free, free of common irritants, allergens. They don't have any essential oils in them. Fantastic. And you all have wondered my thoughts on these products because they contain ceramides. And you know I am a long-standing user and enthusiast, and a CERAVE enthusiast. I use this to my entire face and body every night. Love it and have used it for a long time. So I'm kind of going to compare and contrast the products to CERAVE, as well as another minimal, no-nonsense brand that I love, VANICREAM. This is a VANICREAM moisturizing cream in the tub that I also love and strongly recommend. This is about as no-nonsense as you get. But unlike Aquation and CERAVE, it is not a ceramide containing moisturizing cream, so you know that. But anyways, all right, so this is the Aquation moisturizing cream. It has ceramides in it, which are also in CERAVE moisturizing cream. And they are very helpful, as I've said in all my moisturizer videos, for kind of kick-starting your body's own ceramide synthesis and helping to restore your skin barrier. Ceramides are a key component of the skin barrier as we get older, wiser, and as our skin becomes drier. If you have eczema, ceramides can be a little deficient, and including ceramides in moisturizers really kind of boosts their efficacy, honestly, and helps clear your in to start making its own ceramides again. You can use this product on your face, on your body. It's a good head to toe moisturizer. It's not pore clogging, so it's a good multi-purpose moisturizer. Very cost effective. It's like, I want to say $8, very inexpensive. It contains glycerin as a humectant, it contains hyaluronic acid as a humectant, and then it contains a variety of wax alcohols which are occlusive, so they help to seal in transepidermal water loss. Now, this product also has jojoba esters in it. Jojoba oil is a plant oil that has been shown to be well tolerated in people with dry skin and eczema, and good as a good oil to include in moisturizer. So they've got that in here. And then this product, also this product as well as their others, have a unique ingredient that is unique to Aquation, and kind of the basis, the premise of the namesake, and that is this laminaria extract. It's a marine algae that they put in their products, but marine algae like laminaria, they can really hold in hydration. They are wonderful humectants, so they're very promising in topical skincare products as far as bringing enhanced hydration to the skin barrier. Aquation starts to diverge a little bit from CERAVE in that it does not contain petrolatum. Petrolatum is a great occlusive moisturizing ingredient. It really helps to seal in transepidermal water loss, and the Aquation products don't have that in it. In my experience using the Aquation, it is fantastic, does a good job hydrating the skin and restoring the skin barrier, but not as expeditiously as CERAVE. I find it is a little less occlusive. And the consistency of the Aquation, here I'll just show you guys, is actually quite similar. I'll just do Aquation and CERAVE. They're actually quite similar in consistency. So you can see on the left here I have Aquation, and on the right here I have CERAVE. This one's going to have petrolatum in it, and this one does not. And when they go on the skin, there's Aquation, there's CERAVE. CeraVe, Aquation. Pretty similar, right? But they differ in the way they actually feel. So to describe it to you, the Aquation one feels like you're getting almost like a little water burst into the skin. I think that has to do with the laminaria extract, whereas CeraVe feels like you're putting a nice hydrating seal on the skin. So there is a definite difference in the consistency of the two and kind of their moisturizing outcomes. CeraVe is a functions much better at sealing and transepidermal water loss than Aquation. So what does that mean? So if you are someone who is battling dry skin, a flare of eczema, I think the Aquation will serve you well. However, I think that using something like CeraVe that contains petrolatum in it will get you to a restored skin barrier more expeditiously. So you're gonna have to use Aquation a little bit more consistently to get over that hump. If used consistently, it will help keep the skin barrier hydrated just as well, but it will not get you there as fast. Now, another way in which Aquation differs from CeraVe is that it does not contain parabens. So I know many of you ask for me to recommend products that either don't have petrolatum, Aquation does not, or don't have parabens. Parabens are restricted in other countries. I have a whole video talking about parabens, so if you have questions about my thoughts on parabens, check that out. But Aquation doesn't have any parabens in it. VANICREAM does not have parabens. It does have petrolatum. So in other words, VANICREAM will get your skin barrier restored much faster than Aquation, is free of parabens. It does not contain ceramides like Aquation and like CeraVe. So what that means is your skin barrier will have to do a little bit more work to start restoring the ceramide synthesis, but this can still be helpful. So at the end of the day, I think all three are going to be great in keeping the skin barrier restored. However, CeraVe and VANICREAM will get it there faster in the setting of an impaired skin barrier, and CeraVe and Aquation will kind of help to handhold the skin barrier into making their own ceramides to keep the barrier optimally restored. They will handhold a little bit better than VANICREAM. Now, another point of difference between Aquation and CeraVe is that they add oleic acid to their products, and oleic acid is also a penetration enhancer, but it really disrupts the orientation of the lipids in the skin barrier and can result in increased transepidermal water loss. I imagine they add it in there because they want to get that laminaria extract to kind of diffuse into the stratum corneum and help hydrate it up and boost up hydration in the skin. I think that is the rationale. And but as an ingredient, I would have concern that could potentially cause too much transepidermal water loss. Given that there's no petrolatum in this, or the occlusives that it has are pretty good, the wax alcohols, but it's not as great as the petrolatum and the CeraVe. So because VANICREAM is so simplistic and aims to just prevent transepidermal water loss, I think it offers the least potential for disappointment and can be used on the face and on the body, but not as affordably priced. The Aquation products are cruelty-free. They are not vegan, however, so do know that they're not vegan. But Aquation also makes a daily moisturizing lotion that has the exact same ingredients pretty much as their moisturizing cream, but is more watery, more lightweight, so even less occlusive, so even less optimal at preventing transepidermal water loss than the cream. Likewise, VANICREAM makes a light lotion that is, more lightweight than the cream, and is also an effective transepidermal water loss preventer. The VANICREAM light lotion, the CeraVe lotion, and the Aquation lotions, those can be used on the face. And people who will like using them on the face are those who have very, very oily skin and find that they don't feel they need a whole lot of moisturizer. They don't need a heavy moisturizer. In the summertime, you may want a more lightweight lotion on the face. You may not be, dealing with dry skin at that point, and you may want to gravitate towards something more lightweight. And either three are good choices. I think CeraVe, for me, is a win as far as their lightweight lotion. And as far as a no-nonsense approach, the lightweight lotion of VANICREAM is pretty foolproof. So Aquation does have a gentle moisturizing cleanser that I have tried and used and found was okay. It contains the jojoba esters and the sodium lauryl lactate. I thought it compared comparably to Cetaphil's Gentle Cleanser, which you guys know I've never had great experience with in terms of it just doesn't take off mascara particularly well. I found that to also be the case with Aquation, that you definitely need a double cleanse when using that. I just didn't find that it took off the mascara. It did a decent job though. It took off my sunscreen, my water resistant sunscreen, without a pre-oil cleanse, but it did not take off the mascara. So I found that, CeraVe will take off the mascara without the oil cleansing, so it's a little bit better as far as getting the makeup and water resistant sunscreen off than the Aquation one. VANICREAM also makes a cleanser that fragrance-free, easy to tolerate, not drying, and does a good job taking the mascara and the makeup off. Now both CeraVe's Hydrating Creamy Cleanser and the Aquation Cleanser, they both have ceramides in them. And I have to tell you guys, there's not a whole lot of logic actually in ceramides in cleansers. I guess theoretically they could maybe help to reduce the degree of dryness that results from cleansing. Regardless of the cleanser, by the way, you're going to get some degree of dryness. Detergents, surfactants, they can't discriminate your skin barrier lipids from dirt and oil on your face. There is always some degree of skin barrier disruption with cleansing. And I don't know that putting ceramides in the cleanser does a whole lot to offset that, because you're just putting them on and rinsing them off. So that being said, the VANICREAM facial cleanser is a good option. It doesn't contain those, but there's no reason necessarily to go chasing after ceramides in a cleanser per se. You really those function best in moisturizing creams and lotions. That's really what they're for, not necessarily for cleansing. Now you guys know I don't use soap on my body, but Aquation does have a bar soap, and I would say of all of the Aquation products, I strongly recommend against the bar soap. Sodium tallowate is the surfactant in their cleansing bar. It is very, very, very harsh, okay? So while they will tout on their website that they are SLS free, sodium tallowate is actually much harsher of a surfactant than SLS as far as disrupting the skin barrier. So that is a very drying soap. And it's also not obviously vegan. Tallowate is derived, I think, from beef, I want to say. So yeah, I don't recommend the bar soap. The CeraVe bar soap is a much better, hydrating bar soap is a much better choice if you are an avid lover of bar soap. The areas of the body though where you want to be pursuing a body wash or body cleanser or bar soap, even though they're all going to dry out your skin barrier, the locations on the body to go using those are in the armpits, in the groin, under the folds of the breasts, in the abdominal folds. Those areas of skin-on-skin friction, there's a higher density of just microbial flora and fauna, and some of which can lead to irritation, and that's really where some rashes and things related to sweat can occur. So those are good locations in the body to use soaps, and so I would say the CeraVe hydrating bar soap is a good one. I've actually never used the VANICREAM bar soap. I can't speak as to that. The ingredients seem fine, but CeraVe is a really nice, gentle, hydrating bar soap that I recommend if you're going to do bar soaps. Theirs is a good one. One thing about the Aquation moisturizing cream actually that I forgot to mention that I'll point out, the Aquation moisturizing cream does not leave any kind of greasy residua, and I find that the way this one works a little bit better than CeraVe and a little bit better than VANICREAM is because it does not contain petrolatum and is less occlusive. It's actually kind of a good moisturizer to apply throughout the day onto dry skin. If you've watched my moisturizer videos, I always tell you guys As soon as you get out of the shower, while the skin is wet, that is the prime time to put your moisturizer on to seal in transepidermal water loss. But as you're going throughout the day, the skin's not wet anymore. It becomes less of an issue. And I think you might actually find that this is a better moisturizer to tolerate if you reapply moisturizer throughout the day than either CeraVe or VANICREAM, because it doesn't contain petrolatum and is less occlusive. You get this feeling from the laminaria of almost like a burst of hydration. It doesn't leave a greasy residua. So this actually works much better than either throughout the day, whereas the other two, which are more occlusive, work better immediately after you get out of the shower or the bath and you really need to seal in transepidermal water loss. Those two creams, they work a lot better. CeraVe having the benefit of containing ceramides that will handhold your skin barrier into making its own, but VANICREAM having the benefit of not containing parabens if you are nervous about parabens. And you know, VANICREAM is even a shorter ingredient list than CeraVe, so less room for error with VANICREAM all around. But yeah, overall I really like Aquation. Love that they're affordable. I do recommend them. They are good products. Hopefully this video was objective enough to help you kind of compare and choose and whatnot as far as ingredients. But the moisturizing cream is really good. I'm surprised. I think the next product they should come out with is a sunscreen, and they should also come out with an ointment, an occlusive ointment, like a lip balm, like a lip ointment. They need that. And then they should stop. I hate it when skincare products go beyond that. Maybe a deodorant, that would be useful. And maybe a body wash instead of a bar soap. That would also be useful. But after that, you know, I don't really, I keep it minimal. I hope they don't start going down the serum rabbit hole. So yeah, thank you guys for asking me to review this brand. I have really enjoyed trying them out. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.